So I'm here with comedian Nabil Stewart. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you. Where are you from originally?
I was born like in the LA area, like the Valley, and then
Okay.
I moved to Lancaster, which is, like Lancaster, right? Like the
Yeah,
desert
yeah, yeah.
place. And then the only reason I can do like stand up as much as I can is because I'm in a college dorm in Northridge.
Okay, you go to Cal State,
So,
Northridge.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. It's a lot of like entertainers that went to like Cal State, Northridge. Why did you choose to go to college there?
Uh if I'm being completely honest, it wasn't like a calculated decision. It's just I remember hearing the name CSUN when I was 5.
Right.
So I was sorry, I fucked up. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to CSUN.
That's cool, man. What's the college experience like?
It's okay. It's not everything that people hype it up to be. I mean, for people like me, it's not like what people hype it up for to be. Because like I don't like parties, and I never liked like drinking until well, I do it now socially a little, but
Okay.
yeah.
Uh, what made you want to like pursue comedy?
So someone told me that I should do it because they thought I was funny, but then I realized like I always loved stand up. I always loved stand up ever since I was little. When I was really little, I'd watch Kevin Hart. Then when got a little older in high school, I watched Dave Chappelle. And I
Okay.
was like, I looked up to all these people. And then I remember there's something like very specific that made me want to do stand up. And it was when like I saw this comedian, Bobby Lee.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Bobby Lee. I didn't see his stand up, but I saw him. He posted something on Instagram, and it's just him going out on stage, and just a bunch of people are cheering for him. And then I was like, I see people like flex like cars and like in like big houses or something, right? I see people flex on social media a lot of time. You're gonna come across it, but him going on stage was like the only thing I was jealous of. So so I was like, yeah, I want to do comedy, and then if I don't at least try to pursue this, then I'm gonna be kind of mad. So yeah.
Definitely. Was that like the first performances you put online on your Instagram? Like, when you were like performing at Flappers or
Yeah, so my Flappers performances, the clips I have on Instagram are from my first and second show. Like the first clip ever, real niggas fly out the window, that clip. That was um that was my first show. And the
that's
reason that was my
hilarious, by
only
the way. That's a
oh,
funny joke. You know,
yeah, thank you.
yeah, I was telling my brother who was cracking up, uh your comedy it deals like a lot with race. Are you worried about like, just like as far as like the stereotypes, like, that you address in like some of your bits?
No, I mean like people like receive them the wrong way, right? Like the one that like really blew up, that one was that one got like a lot of love and like a lot of backlash. I would say it got like 70% love, 30% backlash, which is honestly a good chunk out of like 2 million. So actually no, maybe like 60% love, 40% backlash because it could, even though it did, but I think it was good that it was like so controversial because it got attention to my page. But yeah, no, there's a lot of people. There's people like shitting on me, and then there's people, but then there's also people defending me, and they're both sides are stupid. Like both 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 sides are like dumb, and that's hilarious. The people defending me and people like going against me, like both sides are just dumb. It's like if you're a parent and your kid, like the people like defending me, it's like if you're a parent and you have a child and he's like, hey, I drew a picture of you and it's a shitty drawing, and you're like, no, it's cool, it's okay. Like it's kind of like that. It's like that, yeah. But no, my comedy is it's it's there's a lot of like race stuff because I think the race stuff is funny, but I feel like what I've been developing recently, it's my comedy is more about my experiences, and a lot of the stuff does with race. That's my experience. Like if you're a black guy doing comedy, that's 30 minutes of material right there about being black. 30 minutes off rip. And it's all because people have unique experiences. Like not all my stuff is about race. Like there's some like commentating on me saying, "Oh, another black guy talking about race," by some fucking honky saying that shit, right? And it's you're dude, you completely looked over my bit about like getting tested for autism 3 times. I love that bit, but like no people are like looking over that one. And it yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't only talk about race. Like my new
No,
set
no,
is
no.
gonna
Yeah. Or what are you majoring in college?
oh, it's art major for animation. But
No, that's really
it's
cool. Like, what are you planning to do? Like, are you gonna pursue comedy full time if it takes off? Because like you've had like, some like, pretty like, good viral success with the clips on like Instagram. You hoping to build up on?
yeah, so animation was what I was originally planning to do. But then I got like the sudden urge to do comedy. And I was like, dude, I could do it. That was my response. Like, because I know there's a lot of like hacks or like people that are they want to do comedy, but they're really bad at it. Right. So I'm like, you know what? I watched a lot of videos about people starting off. And this, first of all, this answer is like droning off somewhere else, but I'm gonna get back to it. Um, so the answer it was I watched a lot of videos on like people starting off comedy, like those comedy podcasts. Those are like the only podcasts I listen to, the comedy ones, where the comedians talk. And when they talk about starting off in comedy, it's like, dude, I was bad until like a year in, right? And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna give myself a year to be bad at comedy, and then you know I'll see whether I have talent or not. And so then I started doing comedy, and my like fourth, fifth time doing stand up, I had the first show with the real niggas fly out the window clip, and like I think it was an okay show, but then the second show, which was me in the striped shirt, that was that was a show where I was like, this is it, this is what I want to do. And you could tell because that's where like most of the clips are from my second show because that was like my better show. So
Definitely.
yeah.
You got any upcoming shows?
Nah, not so far. Like I was thinking about auditioning. I was thinking about going up at the Chateau, but they were closed until January. So it's like that sucked. But I mean, I made submissions to the Hollywood Improv, and their age limit is like 21 and older. That's their age thing. But I'm 19. But I'm just hoping they like look over it. You know.
Man, definitely, man. Nabil Stewart, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you. I think you're hilarious, man. Like, and stuff. I think like, I'm happy to get you early, and some
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So
That's what people are saying. I've gotten DMs where they're like, I'm happy to get you. And this is weird because I got more DMs when that clip was blowing up and I had like 400 followers. I was getting more DMs because everyone was like, I'm gonna get you early. I'm gonna get you early. And they're like, I'm the first one. And it's like, no, you're like the 20th, dude. Like, I'm the first one. I got a lot of clips like that. I mean, text messages like that. It was really weird. I get weird text messages too. But it's like,
what's the weirdest text you got?
the weirdest text I got was keep wearing striped shirts in your stand-up so I can edge to your videos. That was
That's wild.
yeah, that's wild. So I screenshotted that. That might be a good bit. Oh, another wild one I got was um post content on YouTube or else I'm gonna shit in my hand and throw it at my roommate. That was that was one.
That's wild. Nabil Stewart,
Yeah.
man, thank you so much for taking the time. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, dude. 2024, dude.
Definitely, man. Definitely, I'd love to have you back. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, yeah. We'll like if I'm in a like different part in my like career, we can get like an update.
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah.